gray minivan.
I am a follower and a wallflower, and I'm good at it. I'm Andrea, and I'm a surveillant with the Canadian Security Intelligence Service. The target is a Caucasian female, about 5 feet 5, around 40 years of age, medium built, blonde hair shoulder length.
Wearing an ivory trench coat, black pants.
I'm on Highway 20, approaching the airport.
Arrived at the airport at 22:34.
She's leaving through door number 7.
She was picked up by 2 females in a gray minivan.
Entering the vehicle.
The vehicle is leaving.
This is not her first time here. We have information that she has had prior contact with individuals known to the service. It's important that we understand her intentions for coming here last night.
Teamwork is the foundation of my job. We rely on each other to ensure our goals are met and our operations are successful.
Target is coming out of the lobby with a blue bicycle.
Target is leaving on their bicycle.
My workday involves physically following a target or person of interest without he or she knowing that they are being observed.
We just stopped on Hunter Street. We're dropping off François.
Surveillance is not for everyone. It is not a 9-to-5 job.
I need an update.
The target is going north on Canning.
Okay, I see her.
It takes patience, flexibility, and common sense to complete often long, complex operations that are mandated by CSIS and Canadian law.
And going into the metro.
We have new info. She's meeting someone on Saint-Alexandre between Saint-Antoine.
It takes natural ability and training to be able to blend into the background.
Observation folks.
That is on your location.
We're in position.
She's getting off. Square Victoria.
My work is unique and exciting. It has stretches of long idle moments and bursts of adrenaline in between.
I'm on standby. Anderson Street.
She's coming out.
The surveillance greatest skill is to be attentive to detail.
Okay, I see her. Target is walking north on St. Alexandre.
Even the most seemingly insignificant thing can make or break a CSIS investigation.
She's approaching a blue vehicle. She's dropping off her bag.
The vehicle is turning left on DJ.
Surveillance work helps CSIS maintain its important role of keeping Canada safe for all of us.
And south of the hill, the west on Willie. I'm on location. Target parked his car. Going into the park. Vehicle on the move, heading towards the airport. Vehicle arriving at Gate Number 8. Okay, I see her.
To any of the TIs, you would definitely know what that is. Just to see that, man, that's just fucked up, really. I'll continue showing the comments of this video, though. It's about 265. I'm not gonna go through all of this stuff. But, hold on. No. Wow, just giving away names. That was March 28, 2018. Most likely someone who's involved with them. Definitely. These people who work for them will not have content on their channel. For other fellow TIs, you need to understand if you don't have content on your channel, you run the risk of basically labeling yourself off that as well. Understand that when you show your story, you come out like that, you basically are showing people what you're going through when it's happening. So if something does happen, people are going to understand that it was murder. By you not showing any videos, not showing anything like that, you are actually giving the perps cover. That must be understood right there, that you're giving them cover when you don't create content that let people know what you're going through, Because then if something happens, people are not going to know. When it comes to TIs, when something happens, were on high alert to try to figure out what happened to this target individual, what happened to that target individual, what happened to our, these people who are also going under this torture that we're all so susceptible to, and we didn't even sign up for this. We didn't even sign up for any of this. We didn't ask for this. Nobody did. Nobody wanted this crap. Nobody wanted 5G. Nobody wanted this shit. Nobody did, and they still rolled it out because they had no choice but to do it. It just goes to show you how desperate people are for control. It's sickening is what it is. And then they want to try to blunt. They're so desperate for fucking this bullshit that they would label you as a criminal. Insane.
At the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, we are aware of the special role with which we have been entrusted by Canadians. CSIS is at the forefront of Canada's national security community. We collect intelligence and investigate potential threats to the security of Canada. Our work informs government policy and decision makers, helps police disrupt terrorist plots, reduces the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, and counters espionage threats. Most importantly, we protect our country. Our security screening activities help to prevent people who pose a security threat from entering Canada or accessing sensitive government sites and assets. As a leader in the intelligence community, we work with domestic and international partners to ensure the security of Canadians at home and abroad. We conduct investigations and develop sources of information. Our work is classified to protect our methods, our operations, and our people. CSIS operations are governed by the rule of law, and we use our legally granted powers to the extent strictly necessary. Furthermore, all of our operational activities are subject to review and oversight. Our work reflects the values of Canadian society, and we are privileged to contribute to a safer and stronger Canada.
Now you see that? They'll come up with excuses to feed the public saying, oh, we're doing good. But you see, that's what they do. That's their playing card to basically buy you in, to convince you that what they're doing is technically legit and it's okay. But they're not going to tell you the dark secret of what they're doing. They're not going to tell you that they're basically testing this shit out on people who have not committed crimes. They're not going to tell you that they most likely have used these weapons to basically convert and try to, either force a person to commit a crime or manipulate a person to commit a crime. And the problem is a person has absolutely no idea that they're being even hit with these weapons. People, how is this even innocent at all? It's not. When you put chemtrails out there are kids out there breathing that. When you put chemtrails out there in the sky, right? When you put chemtrails out there in the sky, there are pregnant women out there walking around who are exposed to that. Are you trying to say unborn children are criminals as well? Is that what you're getting at? Why do they have to be, under the effects of this biological terror? Why? They have not committed any crimes. But the real terrorists who are putting those chemtrails out there are committing crimes. And they will lie. They will tell you anything that you want to hear. They will feed into what you want to hear and not with what you need to hear. They'll convince you a person's a scumbag. They'll convince you a person's a creep. All kinds of things. I'm telling you, they have no boundaries when it comes to trying to destroy an individual. I've showed you a video of how they basically attacked the pregnant woman and her unborn child. Do you honestly think, and I'm not talking to I'm not talking to TIs, but I'm talking to the gangstalkers. I'm talking to the perps out there. Do you honestly think they have any remorse for people like that? Do you? And if it really are supposed to be criminals, why are they targeting people's families like that? There's no way they could have committed a crime. So why are they being hit with these weapons? Because it's a huge grip on greed. And the greed is all related to money. And that money has been dipped in blood. Blood and so much hardworking sweat of many different individuals, only for them to not see a fucking shred of it. For these selfish pricks to just literally just fatten themselves up over the years and just literally just sit there while many other people suffer thanks to their selfishness, thanks to their bullshit, thanks to their corruption, thanks to their selfishness, and so much so forth. They are so fucking selfish that they have had people be killed, they have had people be assassinated, they have had people, not just people in general, but entire civilizations dwindled, literally destroyed because of them testing their bullshit out on them. You ever wondered why Bill Gates was constantly out there in the third world countries and stuff like that? Stuff like, Africa and all that stuff. You want to know why they were there? Because those areas are not on the grid. That's why. There's no grid there. And they're trying to build a grid there. But little did you know, there were people out there fighting that shit, destroying those towers. I'm talking about at gunpoint. People were going out there in trucks, destroying them damn cell towers. They've been fighting this shit for years. And people have been so damn blind to where a person would like just walk up to them, right? A person would just walk up to them and ask them, like, you see all of this, right? You see all this corruption, and a person would just look at them like, come on, man, there's nothing like that exists. Nothing like that is happening. Well, it's so much that they just, you see the processes of their mindset here. Their process of their mindset is set to where they don't question anything, and it's like they could be a part of the problem, It's either they're just not willing to look, to open their mind. But I started to notice a trend within society, Do you notice how people are get more pissed off when you tell the truth? And they would rather support a lie? You see, when I conducted that social test that I told you all about, and I've said this countless of times, and this is exactly what I did for the people who haven't heard this before. What I did was I did two different social tests, right? I had myself dressed out in a certain type of way, two different occasions. I didn't do it with the same people because it wouldn't work if I did it with the same people. What I did was I dressed in like the thuggish attire that they would wear. It was just an experiment just to see. Now, this wasn't using chemicals or anything like that. This wasn't using any type of biological warfare. It was a simple social experiment just to see how they were going to react. Now, when I started dressing like that, right, and started acting like that, they were in a more favorable approach, right? So I'm like, okay, I see how that's working. So later on in the years, I get into a community college, so I test something else out. This time, I'm dressing more appropriate. I got my shirt tail tucked in. I got dress shirts on or whatever. Not really dress shirts, but like, collared shirts or whatever, something like that. And I'm basically dressing more presentable, more of me showing that I have self-respect for myself. And let me tell you something. The amount of agitation from the people around me was very unnecessary, and there was a huge amount of fucking hate. A huge amount of hate. So bad. Let me tell you something. I wasn't even fucking with these people. I wasn't bothering them. I wasn't messing with them. I kept to myself. They were the ones coming at me with their BS. Right? That's what was happening. It got so bad that a woman who had to speak out saying that there was a group of those students there planning on jumping me on my way out of the school just because I was dressing appropriately and I refused to basically lower myself to their social demographic. I refused to fit into what they thought was appropriate of me. And I'm like, no, I don't care for your opinions. I don't give a fuck what you think is appropriate. I'm going to be me regardless of whatever the crap you think. That's just it. You don't like it too fucking bad. I don't owe shit to you, and you ain't no fucking controller of me. You're not my mama. You're not my daddy. You're not God. You ain't shit. Period. You're just an idiot, either an idiot with too much money and power, who is abusing their power, or an idiot who's basically just high off their rocker to the point to where they don't even know, they don't even listen to half the horse shit that comes out of their mouth, which stinks just as bad as the shit that comes out of their ass. That's how bad it is, man. And I want people to understand that this stuff has been twisted to the point to where people are less favorable from truth and more favorable towards lies. That's how peer pressure was used as a tactic to basically brainwash you. They did that to get you to fit into their social demographic because it would get you more favorable towards the lies instead of truth. So when you start to hate the truth, when they say like stop snitching and all that stuff, man, first off, look, man, I had a really good saying about that, you know? I had a really, really good saying about that. I got to remember what it was. But when I do, I'm going to leave it in the comment section because it was a really, really good one, you know? And technically, oh, wait, never mind. Even better. I just remember what it was. You know, like how these, you know, these people would just like go off and start just arguing and whatnot, you know? You know how like they would just blurt random things out? I mean, and here's the deal. Technically everybody's a snitch because I mean, if you're going around, you know, telling if you go around telling people something about someone else, doesn't that it doesn't matter if you're a cop. Because first off, a cop is still technically a human being, still a person. Last time I checked, just a person with a badge. It's not much of a difference. It really isn't. It's just that, I mean, it's not much of a difference between a cop and a freaking citizen. The only difference between a cop and a citizen is that a cop is going to be carrying around a firearm at all times. And, you know, both that and other weaponry when they're on duty and whatnot, you know. And if not that, then if not that, I mean, people are telling people things every day. So if you're telling somebody about something, whether it be a sports event, whether it be a show that you like, whether it be something that technically that's still telling them something, right? So isn't that classified as snitching? So I want people to understand that catch-22 right there. The same people who are technically diverting you from the truth are what they're doing is brainwashing you from seeking the truth. You see, that's what they're doing. They're trying to dumb you down, making you think that it's trying to say that, oh, don't be a snitch, don't be a snitch. But in reality, it was done in a way to where you would be far away from the truth, you know, and more accustomed to lie. The people who are more accustomed to lie is the bastards we're dealing with today, who are doing this dumb ass theater bullshit for the media, who are doing this dumb ass theater crap as far as the gangstalkers are concerned. They're just dumbed down citizens that don't even know any better, man. I wish I could say the same for all of them, but for the ones that have been in there, for the most part, they are well aware of how far this stuff goes. Most of them do not give two fucks of the damage this stuff does. They don't care. You know, just the other day, I actually, since they say that like these perps don't know too much, you know what I did? I went out there when I was going grocery shopping, and I said, fuck this. I told them the name of my damn channel. You want to see what they're not fucking telling you? Check out my channel. It's just a click away. See what what they've been doing to both you, your family, your kids, your mother, your grandfather, your grandmother, and their ancestors as well. Go ahead and see what the fuck they've been doing this whole time. This whole time they've been paying you off while they're sneakily poisoning you and poisoning your skies, poisoning your food, poisoning your water, of where the same food, water, and land of what you walk on that your kids and your wife and the women's husbands walk on, you know? They're accepting money from the same organization that's going to kill them in the end. crazy. It's crazy. It's like, what? It's really like, when you look at this, it's like, what the F is wrong with you? Are you okay with basically being poisoned by the same organization you are working for? Seriously. Some of these comments aren't even from too long ago. I'm probably going to end this here, but I just wanted to bring aware. Every time I catch a channel like these, whether it's this or assholes who are basically promoting their bullshit, I'm going to slap the truth right in their damn face, whether they like it or not. And I could care less of how pissed off you get about it. I really don't give two fucks about how pissed off you get. I'm going to put the truth out there, whether you like it or not, so you can shove that shit down your throat, all right? Everybody, remember, the one thing that destroys the lies is the truth. I am a targeted individual. I have been victimized by this for years, even since I've been a kid. Any crimes that may have been orchestrated or being done by me in any way, any one shape or form, has been immediately the fault of this organization due to me having what's on the back of what's on the back of my head. Me having these bumps in the back of my head, which is basically the nanotech. I've already showed evidence of what that is. These are not hair bumps. Okay? I've showed more than enough evidence for everybody to know what this shit is. I've shown many different methods for people to get this crap out of their systems. They attack things because they know. They attack certain things because they know damn well it's credible evidence that can be used to shut them the fuck down. These people are so desperate to keep a hold on this, it's not even funny. You know? There are millions of targeted individuals out there. And as fellow TIs who know the truth and know how to cure ourselves from this mess, and who know how to shield ourselves from this mess, to know how to expose it, to know why it's happening, I think we have a duty by God to basically find all other fellow TIs out there to help them in their time of need, you know? So I encourage all of you to do the same. Reach out to many different TIs you can find. Spread awareness. Stay safe. Stay strong, everybody.